Level 1, the immortal snack. Twinkies have a shelf life longer than most relationships and an ingredient list that reads like a chemistry exam. This is American food engineering at its most unhinged. Sponge cake that isn't really cake, filled with cream that isn't really cream, sealed in plastic that may outlive humanity. It's engineered for immortality through preservatives so aggressive that bacteria take one look and move on. Then there's easy cheese, cheese in a can. You press a button and fluorescent orange paste comes out like toothpaste. The ingredients sound less like food and more like industrial supplies. This is what happens when food scientists decide cheese is too fragile and needs to survive an apocalypse. The taste matches the concept. Twinkies are sweet in a way that doesn't resemble real cake. The texture is uniformly spongy, built for consistency, not joy. Spray cheese tastes like salt, oil, and the idea of cheese discussed in a corporate boardroom. These products exist because convenience beat quality, and corporations leaned all the way in. Level 2, the gas station staple. You're on a road trip at 2 a.m. Everything closed hours ago. So you pull into a gas station and accept your fate. Corn dogs rotating under heat lamps since the Clinton administration. Microwave sliders sold in pairs, tasting like regret with cheese. This is ultra-processed convenience food built for survival, not enjoyment. The corn dog is a hot dog wrapped in cornmeal batter, deep fried, then held indefinitely until someone gives in. The meat is a uniform mystery tube. The batter is greasy and sweet thanks to high fructose corn syrup. One bite delivers salt, oil, and a vague suggestion of meat that could be anything. The microwave sliders are worse. The bun collapses into a dense puck. The patty is stretched with soy protein. The cheese melts into orange grease. The pickles are the only thing reminding you this was once food. After microwaving, the bread is somehow soggy and dry at the same time. Level 3, the diner heritage. The Grand Slam at Denny's is American diner culture in one plate. Huge portions, unlimited coffee, and food served 24/7 by waitresses who call everyone Hun. Pancakes stacked high, eggs cooked to order, bacon or sausage, hash browns and toast. This is breakfast built for people doing physical labor, not anyone sitting at a desk all day. The pancakes are fluffy and sweet, meant to soak up syrup that's mostly corn syrup with maple flavor. Real maple costs more, and most diners don't bother because once there's enough butter, no one notices. The eggs are fine, the bacon is crispy, the hash browns are greasy. Everything arrives hot no matter when you order it, which is kind of the point. Diners are comfort food at its most honest. Cheap, filling, predictable, and available anywhere. You can order the same breakfast in Maine or Arizona and get basically the same plate. The portions are massive because American abundance culture says more is better, and leaving uncomfortably full is the goal. The real magic is being open all the time. Level 4, the regional soul. Gumbo starts with a roux, flour and fat cooked low and slow until it turns dark brown without burning. That alone takes patience and skill. This is the foundation of Louisiana cooking, where French technique meets African, Spanish, and indigenous influences in a dish that's been evolving for centuries. This is where American food stops being convenience and becomes cuisine. Into the roux goes the Holy Trinity: onions, celery, and bell peppers, plus garlic. Andouille brings smoke and spice. Okra thickens the pot and adds depth. Chicken or seafood follows, depending on what's available. Everything simmers until the flavors stop competing and start working together. Level 5, the low and slow religion. Texas brisket smokes for 12 to 14 hours over oak or mesquite, turning a tough cut into meat so tender it jiggles when sliced. This is American BBQ at its most serious. Fire management is meditation. Smoke is seasoning. Time is the one ingredient you can't cheat. Pitmasters start fires before sunrise and tend them all day, treating the process less like cooking and more like ritual. The smoke ring tells the story, a pink layer just beneath the surface formed when smoke reacts with the meat. It's proof the brisket was earned, not faked. The bark is the other miracle, a dark, crusty shell built from fat, spice, and smoke that cracks open to reveal meat so soft it pulls apart without effort. Proper brisket doesn't resist the knife, it yields. Sauce isn't necessary here. Texas brisket relies on salt, pepper, smoke, and patience. Meat quality matters. Marbling matters. Temperature control matters. Holding 225 degrees Fahrenheit for half a day takes focus, experience, and respect for fire. This is American food as craft obsession. Level 6. The Modern Steakhouse. A dry-aged USDA prime ribeye is American beef at its most indulgent. Corn-fed cattle give you heavy marbling and that buttery texture people chase. Then the beef gets dry-aged for weeks in climate-controlled rooms, concentrating flavor and adding that funky, nutty depth you can't get from fresh meat. This is American abundance at work. Land, grain, and infrastructure coming together to produce beef at a scale and quality few places can match. Dry aging is expensive for a reason. The meat loses a huge amount of moisture, which intensifies flavor, while enzymes break down muscle fibers and tenderize the steak. The dried exterior gets trimmed away, leaving dark, rich meat that tastes unmistakably beefy. Top steakhouses don't complicate things because they don't need to. Salt, extreme heat, and precise timing are enough. You get a deep crust on the outside and a tender, juicy interior that justifies the price tag. The sides stay simple because nothing should compete with the steak. Level 7. New American Fine Dining. This is where American chefs stop borrowing credibility and start setting it. Restaurants like 11 Madison Park, Alinea, and the French Laundry take classical technique and push it forward with creativity, precision, and obsessive attention to detail. This is American food proving it belongs at the highest level of global fine dining. The philosophy is simple but demanding. European foundations, American ingredients, and an innovation mindset. Chefs train in traditional kitchens, then come home and experiment. Seasonal produce, foraging, fermentation, and modernist techniques all show up on the plate. The food looks like art and tastes unfamiliar in the best way. A familiar dish gets reimagined completely. An apple pie becomes multiple components, each prepared differently, referencing comfort food while breaking it apart intellectually. Whether that feels exciting or pretentious depends on how much you value innovation over nostalgia. The execution is flawless. Every bite is intentional. Portions are small because the flavors are concentrated. You're paying hundreds of dollars for a multi-hour experience run by teams of chefs obsessing over details most people never notice. Level 7 proves American cuisine can compete with the best in the world when creativity meets discipline. It's expensive, ambitious, sometimes ridiculous, but undeniably impressive. This is American food at its peak. This is culinary ambition. This is the GOAT. So which level American food actually represents the country? And are you brave enough to admit the gas station corn dog hits different at 2 a.m.? Comment below, leave a like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell for more food rankings.